Kind of tight over the top of the table over in League 2, as of course the vegans still lead the charge, but of course they got some company breathing down their necks. Who's going to take advantage this midweek? We've got some fixtures and of course the bumper one, and it's coming at you next. Prediction video today. We're forward to match day number, what the heck is it? It's match day number, I think 39, with a bit of a Brucey bonus in the middle. Of course, we'll get to that in just a second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe and hit your bang and say all things Rovers related, League 2 related, world football related. Of course, we've got it all here under one roof. Yes, it is world football. We've got internationals this week as well, but of course, focus right now for me is on League 2. So we'll get to that in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs there, the patrons, guys. Thank you for your love and of course behind the scenes. But anyway, let's jump in the deep end and have a little look at how we all got on then, shall we? So these are the games, of course, that took place at the weekend. We are leaving out the Colchester Forest Green game. We're going to include that one in this next round of matches for picks. I just want to get these videos done because I've got a really busy week this week, an important week as well. I need a lot of time to prepare for some stuff, so I want to get these done and out there. So yeah, so this is for the midweek and the weekend. So double bubble in a way, even though there's only a few. Enough jibber jabber. Get into it. Of course, Barrow lost to Carlisle United. Of course, they are in trouble now. Barrow, I think they're going to get sucked into that relegation mire, and of course we'll have to see how far or how close they are to that drop. Meanwhile, Bradford under Mark Hughes lost to Port Vale. Shocker there. Colchester United picked again, and we'll get to that in a minute. Crawley with a 3-1 over Swindon Town, dented Swindon's hopes. Harrogate picked up a draw against Walsall, called it, lads, called it. Leyton Orient also picked up a 3-1 over Rochdale, called that one as well. Mansfield against Stevenage was postponed. Newport County, they did lose to Hartlepool United, big result there. Northampton Town did lose to Bristol, Rovers, called that one as well. Oldham also got spanked by Exeter, called that one, bang on the nose. And of course Salford with a 5-1 win over Scunthorpe, and Sutton United against Tranmere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Look, got 6 there out of I think 10. So yeah, not bad indeed. What about the table? The table looks like this. As you see, Forest Green Rovers now just 5 points clear over Exeter City, of course. And I think they're catchable. And they could actually get sucked into that playoff mess. I thought Blackburn Rovers was the biggest bottle job, but this could be an absolute Titanic of a bottle job from where they were to where they are. So they need to get their act together. Meanwhile, of course, Bristol Rovers up to 4th, Swindon down to 7th. And right here, right now, the likes of Sutton are into a bit of trouble. Of course, Mansfield Town got games in hand. They can start pushing up. And you know what? Let's not rule out Salford as well after that big win as well. So I think maybe 11th upwards are in it for playoffs. And of course, down the further table, Scunthorpe are down pretty much anyway. Oldham got a couple of games in hand. Stevenage, Barrow, Colchester, I think, are it. And 2 of those will go down. So we shall see. Of course, what did I get? 7, I think. Did I get 7? Let me go back again. Let me count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I get 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6. 66. Unfortunately, wasn't good enough. I've been ousted by Toronto man up there. Toronto Gaz. He got 7. I would have been up there with Garrett going A. Well done to me and well done to you guys, and especially well done to Toronto Gaz. Getting top bins there. And a big shout out to the patrons. Of course, kicking ass and taking names. Respect to the love there. And of course, at the moment, Team About the Great is running away with it. Of course, a big shout out to the patrons who are, of course, in amongst the mix as well. So let's get into the thick of things. Of course, Brucey bonus. And of course, the full fixture list coming at you this weekend. Cut your 4 League 2. Getting amongst it. Free to enter. Here we go. Now, these are the games, of course. And here come our pickaroos. So we're going to jump in the deep end, kick it all off with Colchester United up against Forest Green. Of course, that will take place on Monday. Now, these two sides are played 8 times in 2017. Of course, 4 wins apiece, 0 draws, of course. Meanwhile, Colchester coming to on the back of just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 50% form up against the Forest Green side who haven't won in the last 7 games, 25% form for them. However, just 1 loss in the past 4, of course, drawing 3 of the last 4 as well. Coming at you though, last time around in Colchester was a 1-win for Colchester back in October 2020. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture over in Forest Green was a 2-win for Forest Green back in January 2022. Bristol Rovers, of course, beat Colchester last time around, 1-0 loss, and of course, Forest Green did pick up a draw against Leyton. Orient. The odds for this one, though, of course, 5-2 is your Colchester 2019 on, is your Forest Green 11-4 is your draw. I'm going to back the vegans on this one, 2-win for them, and of course, alleviate any stresses they have at the top of the table. Kicking off all those, Port Vale up against Exeter. That's coming at you on Tuesday, March 22nd. Now, these two sides have played each other 13 times in 2008, 5 wins for Port Vale, 7 wins for Exeter, and 1 draw, of course. Port Vale, though, just 1 defeat past 6 of them. They're hitting form at the right time, right? Of course, 75% form for them right now. Exeter also staying in form, 67% form for them. Just one defeat past 6 coming into this one. Last time I played over in Port Vale was a 3-1 win. Scrap that, spin it out, chew on it a little bit, of course, but they did actually play each other last time around. It was a 1-0 win for Port Vale back in April 2021. They still did play each other twice, including this fixture, so take that from what you will. Meanwhile, Port Vale pick up a 2-1 over Bradford, and Exeter coming into this on the back of a 2-0 win over Oldham. The odds for this one quite tight, I imagine. 65 is Port Vale, 23-10 is your Exeter, and 23-10 is also your draw. Quite tight. The bookies, I think, fancy Port Vale. I'm back in Exeter City on this one. 2-1 win to get over the line. Rochdale should be safe this time around, up against Mansfield, who are still trying to get themselves in the playoffs, and also maybe even Oldham. Played each other 14 times in 2003, 8 wins at Rochdale, 4 for Mansfield, and 2 draws. Of course, just 1 win and 6 for Rochdale right now, 33% form. Up against that Mansfield side, of course, back-to-back defeats for them, 50% form, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 at the moment. Of course, last time played each other in Rochdale was a 3-0 win. That was back in Spotlands in December 2013. The reverse fixture in Mansfield this campaign was, of course, back in September 2021. Port Vale, of course, beat Mansfield 3-1 last time around. Of course, Rochdale picked up a 3-1 loss against Leyton Orient. The odds, though, for this one, Mansfield, of course, where are you? They're actually 21-10 for the victory. Rochdale 13-10, and 9-4 is your draw. They're back in, of course, it looks like they're back in Rochdale for this one. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win though for Mansfield to get back to winning ways. Kicking off, of course, Oldham up against Sutton. Of course, Sutton needs some results. Oldham need the points too. So a bit of a Brucey bonus crunchy encounter here. Played just the one time in 2021. It was the reverse fixture. We'll get to that in a minute. Meanwhile, of course, Oldham now haven't won the last 6 games. Of course, 17% form for them right now. Up against the Sutton side, also lost winless in the last 3, 58% form for them at the moment. Last time played that, of course, was the reverse fixture in Sutton. It was a 2-1 win for Oldham. Can they do the double? Of course, Oldham though coming to on the back of the 2-0 loss against Exeter, and Sutton picked up a draw against Tranmere Rovers last round. The odds though for this one, Oldham are 9-4 for the victory, 65 is your Sutton, of course 23-10 is your draw. I'm going to back a draw here, 1-1 right to the middle, and I'm actually favouring Oldham to get the W on this one to move away from the drop zone. And of course, it would be a major blow for Sutton's promotion hopes of this campaign. Harrogate up against Leyton Orient. Let's get in the deep end. Of course, kicks off on Tuesday as well. Now these two sides have played each other 5 times in 2018, just 1 win for Harrogate, 3 for Leyton Orient, and 1 draw for the moment. Meanwhile, Harrogate coming to this without a win in the last 6, 25% form. Up against Leyton Orient side, unbeaten in the last 5, of course, picked up 1 win and 4 draws over the last 6, of course. 50% form for them at the moment. Last time played in Harrogate was a 2-2 draw. That was back in April 2021. The reverse fixture in Brisbane Road, it was a 2-0 win for Harrogate way back when. That was back in August. Meanwhile, Harrogate picked up a draw against Walsall, and Leyton Orient picked up a 3-1 win over Rochdale. The odds then for this one, what we're looking at here, we look at Harrogate 11-8 for the victory, 2-1 is your away win, and 9-4 is your draw. Back, of course, the Harrogate town on this one. Leyton Orient getting better, but of course, still not great, to be honest with you. Into the weekend's games we go now. It's Bradford up against Newport County. I think it's too much for Sparky to do the great and thinkable this time around. I think he's got a build for next season. But anyway, they played each other 5 times in 2019, 1 for Bradford, 3 for Newport County, and 1 draw, of course. Just 1 defeat past 3 games for Bradford at the moment, 33% form up against the Newport County side. Just 1 defeat past 6 for them, 75% form for them at the moment. Last time I played each other over in Vale Parade, it was a 3-0 win for Newport County. That's back in October 2020. The reverse fixture over in Wales was a 0-0 draw back in October 2021. So Newport County unbeaten against Bradford, of course, over the last 4 games, pick up 3 wins and 1 draw. Meanwhile, Bradford coming on the back of that 2-1 loss against Port Vale, and of course Newport County also lost to Hartlepool last time around. The odds for this one, 13-8 is your Bradford, 23-10 is your draw, 13-8 is also your Newport County. Quite tight on the book. He's going to go with a 1-0 win there for Bradford, but again, still too little or too much to do for Sparky's boys. Carlisle up against Bristol Rovers over in Carlisle, coming at you. They played each other 18 times in 2003, 6 wins Carlisle, 7 wins for Bristol Rovers, and 5 draws. So it's 1 defeat though in the past 6 there for Carlisle right now. They look good, 83% form up against Bristol Rovers side. Also 1 defeat in the last 6, 83% form for them at the moment as well. Last time they played each other in Carlisle, as a goals galore, and this one 3-2 win it was for Carlisle back in March 2016. The reverse fixture was a 3-0 win for Bristol Rovers back in Bristol back in October. Meanwhile, of course, Carlisle picked up a 2-1 over Barrow, and Bristol Rovers picked up a 1-0 win over Northampton Town, and it's been back-to-back wins. In fact, 3 wins on the spin with 3 clean sheets. It's actually been 4 wins on the spin, but 3 of them have been clean sheets in succession, if you know what I mean. Kicking on forward though, the odds this one, Carlisle 13-8 for the victory, 13-8 is your Bristol Rovers, and 22-10 is your draw. The bookies don't know where to go on this one. I've gone with a 2-1 win for Bristol Rovers. Back, of course, Barton's boys, they want to go the automatics, I think. Kicking on forward, Colchester United against Tranmere. Let's get into it, of course. Now, these two sides have played each other good minus 24 times. It's done 3, 4 wins Colchester, 9 wins Tranmere, and 11 draws, of course. Colchester Road just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 50% form. That's 1-2 lost to and drawn 2. Meanwhile, Tranmere Companies also 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6, 50% form. However, unbeaten in the last 3, pick up 2 wins and a draw. Last time they played each other, of course, in Colchester, it was a 2-2 draw. That was back in March 2021. Tranmere unbeaten against Colchester all the way back in the last 6, pick up 3 wins and 3 draws. Meanwhile, Colchester picked up a 1-0 loss against Bristol Rovers, of course, are in action against the Vegans earlier in the weekend. Of course, Tranmere picked up a 1-1 1-1 draw against Sutton United. The odds for this one, though, Colchester are actually 13-8 for the victory, 13-8 is your Tranmere, and 23-10 is your draw. The book is really, haven't got a clue at the moment for a lot of these, but I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Tranmere. I think depending on what goes on between the Colchester and Vegans will hinder the odds, but I'm going to go with Tranmere anyway, regardless. And again, that's on Saturday. Kicking off forwards, Crawley against Rochdale, of course, coming at you also on Saturday, March the 26th. Now, these two sides played each other 3 times since 2014. We've got 1 win for Crawley, 2 wins for Rochdale, and 0 draws. Just 1 win 6 for Crawley right now, 33% form. Up against the Rochdale side, also 1 win in the last 6, 33% form for them at the moment. Last time played each other over in Crawley, it was a 4-0 win for Rochdale. That was back in September 2014 in League One. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture this campaign over the Spotlands was a 1-0 win for Crawley back in October. Of course, Crawley picked up a 3-1 over Swindon, and Rochdale did lose 3-1 themselves to Leyton Orient last time around. The odds for this one, 30-10 is your Crawley, 2-1 is your Rochdale, and 12-5 is your draw. Busy week for Rochdale, but of course 2 defeats in my eyes coming at you, so no, not good week for them. Kicking forward, Exeter City again, double match week for them as well, up against Stevenage, of course, coming at you over in Exeter. Now, they played 29 times since 2003, 14 wins for Exeter, 5 wins for Stevenage, and 10 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat in the past 6, though, for Exeter right now, 67% form for them, up against the Stevenage side, who haven't won in the last 9, 17% form for them at the moment. Last time played over in Exeter was a 3-1 win for Exeter. That was back in January 2021. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture in Stevenage was a 2-2 draw back in October this campaign. Exeter with a 2-0 win over Oldham coming at you. Of course, Stevenage did lose to Northampton Town last round. The odds though for this one, 11-8 on is your Exeter, 11-4 is your draw, 7-2 is your away win. That is Stevenage, of course, back to the host here with a 2-0 win. That's 6 points this week. Good week for them. Kicking on forward, we have, of course, Leyton Orient up against Barrow. A bit of a relegation crutch clash, you would imagine. Now, these two sides have played each other just 7 times since 2017. 3 wins to Leyton Orient, nothing for Barrow, and 4 draws, of course. Leyton Orient unbeaten, though, in the last 5, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, is it a double match week for them? No, it is not. Up against the Barrow side, of course, just 1 win and 6 and 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time played each other over in Leyton Orient, aka Brisbane Rovers, a 2-0 win for Leyton Orient. That's back in April 2021. The reverse fixture, though, in Barrow was a 1-1 draw back in October. Of course, Barrow picked up a 2-1 loss against Carlisle, and Leyton Orient with a 3-1 win over Rochdale. The odds, though, for this one, Leyton Orient 5-4 for the victory, 21-10 is your Barrow, and 12-5 is your draw. Back, of course, the Orient on this one, going to go with a 2-1 win for them to take it. Northampton Town up against Hartlepool United, of course, coming at you this weekend. Played each other 12 times in 2008. 5 wins to Northampton Town, 5 for Hartlepool, and 2 draws, of course. 1-2 lost to for Northampton at the last 4, 42% form over the last 6. Meanwhile, 1-2 of the last 6 for Hartlepool, of course, 42% form for them at the moment as well. Last time played each other over in Northampton. It was a 2-1 win for Northampton back in October 2015. That was in League 2. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture in Hartlepool was a 2-1 win for Hartlepool back in October. Of course, Hartlepool picked up a 3-2 win over Newport County. Northampton Town losing to Bristol Rovers last time around. The odds, though, for this one, Northampton 11-10 for the victory. That's 11-10 on. 12-5 is your draw. 3-1 is your long shots. That's, of course, Hartlepool United. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Northampton Town on this one. Take it to the house. Oldham Athletic up against Mansfield, of course. Big week for Oldham. Big week for Mansfield, of course. Can they make it a double point haul? Played each other 14 times, 2003. 6 wins to Oldham, 4 wins to Mansfield, and 4 draws, of course. Oldham, though, winless in 6. Of course, 17% form for them right now. They will also pick up a draw against Sutton. Of course, Mansfield, of course, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. 50% form for them. But, of course, get back to winning ways earlier in the week, in my eyes, anyway, against Rochdale. Kicking off, although the odds last time around in Oldham was a 3-2 win for Mansfield. That was back in January 2021. The reverse fixture, though, in Mansfield was a 0-0 draw back in October. Of course, Mansfield Town coming into on the back of that 3-1 loss against Port Vale. Of course, Oldham did lose to Exeter last time around, also earlier in the week. Look at the odds for them for this one. We've got Oldham at 21-10 for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, 13-10 is your Mansfield. Mansfield are your favourite on this one. Going to go with them as well with a 3-1 win for them to take it to the house. Kicking off, is Port Vale up against Sutton United. Feels like they just played each other, but anyway, they're locking horns. Of course, over in Port Vale. Now, these two sides have played each other just the one time in 2021, and we'll get to that in a minute. Of course, Port Vale, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form. Up against Sutton United side, winless in 3, 58% form for them at the moment. Last time played each other was a 4-3 win for Sutton. That's back in October 2021. The reverse fixture is this, so we'll get to that, of course, this weekend. Of course, Sutton United with a 1-1 draw against Tranmere, and of course, Port Vale with a 2-1 win over Bradford. The odds, though, for this one coming at you this weekend will be Port Vale 11-10 for the victory, 5-2 is your Sutton United, and 23-10 is your draw. Back, of course, Port Vale with the 2-0 win. Sutton United are in trouble. Meanwhile, Salford up against Walsall. Of course, Salford can make a push if they can get with some wins here. Played each other 5 times since 2019. 3 wins to Salford, 2 for Walsall, and 0 draws. Of course, Salford, though, unbeaten in the last 6, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws, 75% form. Up against the Walsall side, also unbeaten in the last 6, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws as well. Last time played each other over at Salford. It was a 2-0 win for Salford back in Boxing Day 2020. The reverse fixture in Walsall back at the Bescott was a 2-1 win for Walsall back in October. Salford with a 5-1 win over Scunthorpe, also picking up a 1-1 draw against Harrogate Town. The odds on this one, Salford are actually even. Stevens to the victory, 11-4 is your Walsall. 12 to 5 is your draw. Back, of course, Salford here. They've got the bit between teeth, and they might make a surge here for the top 7. Into the final 2 now. Scunthorpe United, who look to be going down up against Harrogate Town, who seem to be just having their season over. Now, these two sides have played each other 3 times in 2020. 2 wins for Scunthorpe, 1 win for Harrogate, and 0 draw. Scunthorpe, though, haven't won in the last 8 games. Meanwhile, Harrogate haven't won in the last 6 at least. 25% form for Harrogate, 17% form for Scunthorpe. Last time played the over in Scunthorpe was a 3-1 win for Scunthorpe. That was back in February 2021. The reverse fixture in Harrogate was a 6-1 win for Harrogate way back in, of course, October. Of course, Harrogate with a 1-1 draw against Walsall. Scunthorpe got dropped by Salford last time around. Of course, the odds though for this one, Salford at even Stevens for the victory. Sorry. Scunthorpe were actually 11-4 for the victory. 12 to 5 is your draw. Even Stevens is your Harrogate on this one. They are your favourite on this one. Going to give it to them as well with a 1-0 win for Harrogate. And then wrapping it up, it will be just like we started with Forest Green Rovers on the road. They're going to be taking on, of course, Swindon Town. Let's get in the deep end on that one. I can't even see it. It's probably because it's not there, but we will have a look. So it'll be Swindon Town up against Forest Green Rovers coming at you this coming, whatever it is, Saturday. There it is. There's no odds on this one. It's a little bit far out, but we'll get into it anyway. Now, they played each other 13 times and 7. 7 wins for Swindon, 4 for Forest Green, and 2 draws. 1-3, lost 3. Swindon right now 50% form up against Forest Green, of course, without a win in the last 7 games. Of course, they'll get back to winning ways up against Colchester. Are they in here again? I don't think they are. They'll win against Colchester, but of course, last time played each other. Over in Swindon was a 2-0 win for Forest Green. That's back in March 2020. The first fixture in Forest Green was, of course, a 2-0 win for Swindon as well. So back-to-back wins for Swindon over Forest Green. Of course, Swindon, though, pick up a 3-1 loss against Crawley, and of course, Forest Green with a draw against Leyton Orient. The odds, though, got no odds. My odds are in my pants, and my pants say a win for Forest Green. 2-0 win for them to take it to the house. That is it. League 2 in a nutshell. Of course, bumper episode there. Be sure to get your predictions in. Of course, we'll look forward to seeing you when we come back around. And of course, I think when we come back around, we will be looking at the Predictor of the Month award for the League 2. But that's it, guys. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. I'll see you soon for the next one, of course. I gotta get out of here. Got a busy all week, but thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for thumbs up. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, dudes, we're done right now.